Okay, now we are live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Good morning. Marcos here again. Today I'm here with Camila, Yasmin, and Ricardo, and some other colleagues in another room, splitted room, for one more English immersion at Talk and Talk. Today's conversation will be about hobbies, and its title is Hobbies That Secretly Defines Me. As you know, Talk and Talk is not an English school. Talk and Talk is a platform, is a community where we can practice foreign languages like English, Spanish, French, Italian, German, and Mandarin. We focus on speaking, and we have a methodology that we truly believe that following this methodology, anyone can go from scratch to completely fluency in less than 12 months. Considering that Talk and Talk is not in school, I need to say that I'm not a teacher. In fact, I'm a student, as well are my colleagues here. And leading immersions, leading conversations is just part of our learning process. I'm here in Talk and Talk for 1 year by now, and since December 2024, I've been leading English immersions. I live in São Paulo. I am 48 years old. I'm married, father of two girls, teenagers, and twins. Talking about hobbies, in my spare time, I love to cook, practice some sports, go to parks, and travel with my family. Professionally, I work in the technology fields for more than 20 years. Actually, I'm a project manager, and I work remotely from Brazil to a company in the US since April. And Talk and Talk has helped me to get the confidence to engage in this opportunity. Camila, please introduce yourself.
Okay, so my name is Camila. I am 40 years old. In my spare time, I love to go practice exercise, to go to the beach, enjoy the day, to read a book, to cook. I love to cook. Nowadays, I am living in Pirassununga with my family, and I'm looking a new position in international marketing. And I started to study here in Talking Talk to give me more confidence for this challenge in my life. I have been here for 3 months, and I believe it's this.
You. Yasmin, it's your turn.
Hello guys, good morning. I'm Yasmin, I'm 20. I also live in São Paulo. Here I live with my parents, with my cat too. I work as an intern on software development. I've been here in the platform since September 2023. Here I practice my English, my Spanish too. I'm host of these both languages. And talking about hobbies, I love to read books. Sometimes when I have more patience, I watch series too. When I have more time too. And I love to watch series in another language to practice. So the nowadays I'm watching the Supernatural series in English to practice my English. And I think that's it about me and my hobbies.
Great, thank you, Yasmin. Ricardo?
Hello, everyone. Nice week. Uh, I'm Ricardo, live at São Vicente, first city of Brazil. I'm married. I have a daughter. I have two cats, my friends Quintin and Pudim, and São Vicente is South Coast, so I usually go to the beach, walking. Uh, I'm a I'm a blank guy, and so in this case, I face some problems with the sun. So, but I like to walk 20 minutes and come back to my house. And sometimes I go with my family too. But I prefer uh, have a good conversations and eating a nice food with my friends and family. That's a wonderful, in my opinion, the best part of my life. That's it.
Great, Ricardo. Thank you. So let's start. Camila, first question. What hobby brings you the most joy?
I believe it is dancing. I
Dancing.
love to dance in forró, but it's
Wow.
difficult for me to practice here where I am living now. Um, and to practice exercise. I believe this is the both activities that I love and my hobby that I loved more.
Great. That doesn't have forró music clubs in Pirassununga.
Here don't have clubs. Don't have clubs.
Don't
Don't
have
have
clubs.
no. Don't have a place to dance. Don't have anything. The only thing that there is here it's bar, and sometimes with hockey and pagode. And I don't like
Great.
pagode. And the hockey it's not to dance. I
Yes.
prefer I prefer samba and forró. So because of this, I need to get out here.
Do
As
you
soon
think
as
that,
possible.
do you believe there is a market to explore there, an opportunity to explore?
Uh, Here, no.
No?
No, no. People from here love is only hockey
Oh,
and the sertanejo. Sertanejo it's very strong here, but the city is a city for old people.
okay.
It's the most part of people here from my age and younger people get out to study, to work in another place. Here it's more like a military city. There are
Okay.
two bases bases, I believe it's Aeronautica and the Exército here.
Okay.
So it's people here, it's not younger and dancing and the
Understood.
Paris. I here don't have parks to practice exercise, for example. Uh,
Come on.
don't have anything. It's a boring city.
Understood. Thank you. And you, Yasmin, what hobby brings you the most joy?
I think my favorite hobby is to read books. Is something that I practice since of my childhood, and I love that because it's possible to um, change the perspective of the life and also to travel to another universes, another countries just by my home. So I love that. And I think this is very interesting to turn off the my problems for a while, and I really loved it.
Yes, I really love reading for this reason. Unfortunately, nowadays I read too little fiction books. So, yes, reading is the most cheap way to travel, to go beyond your frontiers, to in such way to hide yourself from your from what is annoying you. I really love reading. And you, Ricardo, what is your hobby?
Uh, well, I, in my opinion, for me, I do consider, for example, watch movies and series a hobby, but it's a only activity that I used to say more frequently. Uh, uh, I I love, but unfortunately lately, is not so easy to find good ones. So and the yeah, that's weird, because nowadays the access is much more easier, and the you could I don't know, it's 1,000 movies in different streamings, so Netflix, Prime, and the I love going to the movie theater, but it's expensive. You don't have so many options, that good ones. So I start play keyboards, musical keyboards, just a little, just at the beginning, and the I don't practice it so many times, as I should. So in this case, I consider a Rob, I play instruments, but different situations. For example, art, picture, painters, this kind of thing I consider Robs. But watch movies and series is, I don't know, is another kind of activity, in my opinion. But I use just I just this I have to this just these hobbies, like activity, different activity. That's it.
Great. For me, guys, the hobby that brings me the most joy is cooking.
Mm.
That is my moment. I really like I enjoy all the process. Since thinking about the recipe, choosing a recipe, thinking about with whom I will share that meal, going to the grocery store, buying things, preparing, then at home, making what professional cookers say that is mise en place. I really like the dishwashing phase. I really enjoy this, even this part of the time. I really cooking. It's something that gives me most joy. It's a kind of therapy for me. Sometimes I just need some music and being alone to get the most for that moment. Ricardo, let's move on. Question number 2. Is that a hobby that you love but you rarely talk about?
Uh, huh, I rarely talk regarding keyboards, so because I'm not exactly a, a, a I don't know, a person that a mus a musician or a person that used to play. Recently, at the beginning of this year, I bought this keyboard for my daughter, but I think in myself too, because I always love pianos and this kind of music too. So it came out. I maybe I could play, but it's hard, It's hard, and I don't have much discipline, huh? And so I needed to register myself in a kind of course, because one of the ways to keep the discipline and play and learn, because it's not possible to learn just studying or this situation. It's like English, I commit this mistake, because I spend a lot of time in schools and the others way to don't practice conversations. In this session, uh, English, particularly nowadays, is practicing, because you could use a lot of tools and the translate almost automatically, and the so this case when you talk is much more dynamic, and you use it to, you have to use your brain much more than, for example, a conversation
Yeah.
in a
One
chat.
of my daughters, Eloisa, is wanting to start playing, start learning how to play piano. I'm giving her some challenges to get
Yeah.
to this point, but probably next year we will start and listening to you, I was realizing that maybe a keyboard could be a smart beginning phase.
Yeah, that's
Yasmin,
wonderful.
is there a hobby that you love but rarely talk about?
Well, about me, I don't know if I consider that a hobby, but it's something that I like to do and I rarely talk about is to when I'm listening a music that I like it, sometimes I start to shake my body like dancing, following the music, and it's something that I rarely talk about. But yeah, I just do it when I don't know, get up and I am listening a rap song or a dancing song. And I think that's it. It isn't a hobby, but it's something that I do.
I was laughing here because I saw myself when you were mentioned that you start shaking your body because I sometimes I do the same at gym. I go to the gym alone. That is my lonely moments, and I'm always listening to some music. I'm a hockey fan, and if I had to learn a music instrument, it would be drum. And sometimes I catch myself playing alone in the air in the middle of the gym
Playing the
and
drums, and by
playing the
the way, I
drum.
don't know to play it, but I play in the air, I think.
That's amazing. And you, Camila?
I believe I have two hobbies that I love, and I don't use it to talk about them. One is it's a future hobby because I have a dream. One day I would like to learn how to surf. It's a dream for me. I know that I'm probably a little old for to learn this kind of export, but when I was younger, I started to practice skateboard because I would like to learn how to surf. And I have a problem because I how to say I don't know how to say this, but I follow and I have a problem in my knee. So I needed to do two surgeries, and because of this I have not learned yet, but I would like to try one day when I will live near on the beach. So I don't use it to talk about this because my father hates this thought
Mm.
about me learning how to surf. And the other hobby, it's more common. I love when people looks me to talk about yourself, your problems, and help them to discover more how to resolve these problems. I like it to be in this position to try to understand the other, and sometimes I believe I can share my life, my problems, and try to help the other. I don't know if this is a hobby, but for me it's because I studied a lot about this knowledge and how I can help others, what I did in my life that maybe can help the others to do in your lives too. So I don't use to talk about this, but I love this idea.
Great, amazing. I never learned how to surf too. In my adolescence, I played a lot of skating, but I never tried surf. Living living far from the shore and never uh, could go to the shore frequently was something that was a huge impediment. But listening to you, I was wondering if there were no surf schools in São Paulo that can teach you the basics, even if you are São Paulo or other larger cities that can teach you the basics. Then when you go to the sea, you are not a totally newbie. And I was wondering this because there are skiing schools in São Paulo, two or three different where you can try skiing and snowboarding, even if you are thousands of kilometers from a ski resort. And of course, it's not the same, but when you go to the snow, you know the basics, and
You
you
are
get
prepared.
there. Yeah, yes, you are more prepared. Maybe, guys, for me, it's not unfortunately. Uh, I can't say that that is a hobby that I practice as much as I would love to. But in the past, I loved playing tennis with some frequency. I lived in a condo that had some tennis courts. In that condo, we had a group of neighbors that used it to play tennis, and then I really developed a strong passion for that sport, and I really like this. But consider that I rarely practice. In fact, probably there are 7 or 8 years that I don't go to a tennis court to play, and I don't have friends that play tennis, so this is a hobby that I barely talk about. But it's one that I would love to play with more frequency and to talk more about because I really love the energy in a tennis match, all the all the dynamic of that match, the brain energy involved because it's you are there, you are alone, your team is there on the watching you, but they can't talk to you. It's you against you. You need to fight your 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 phantoms, your monsters, so you can play better and bet your opponents. It's really something that I really enjoy. Yasmin, how did you discover one of your favorite hobbies?
I will talk about to read. I discovered this hobby at my childhood, because my mom um, always put efforts to bring me a good education. So I started in the school knowing the states, the capitals of the Brazil, the math counts. I don't know how is tabuada, but let me search here. How to write in a cursive letter. Tabuada is multiplication table. Yeah. So I started the school knowing all of this. And my mother also put a lot of effort to buy books to me. And was one hobby that I discovered in this way. And this was very important to me to pass my time and my childhood, to know, to discover new things, discover new universes. So, this was my way to discover my favorite hobby.
Great, amazing. And you, Camila?
Uh, I believe I will talk about dancing, for example. When I was very young in the school, I remember that one day I saw some girls practicing. I don't know the name in English. Like, let me see. Um, I don't remember the name in Portuguese.
No problem.
God, that was the name. Okay. In Port, no, don't have this word aqui here in English. I will talk in Portuguese, okay, guys? I saw girls practicing to be baliza
Okay.
in the school with a fanfarra. And when I
Yeah.
saw that girls, the movement of the body. Oh my God, so nice. I would like to try this, and we needed to open the legs, and okay, I would like to practice this. And I remember that I needed to practice it for months to can open my legs with that form, and I needed to do a test uh, to can do this for can do this. And I started with Baliza, and after I win a school, a dancing school, a discount to practice dancing at school. And I loved it. I loved it. And I remember I danced for 8 years in my life, and I went to the class every day. I practiced every kind of dance, ballet, street dance, tap steps, every kind of dance I practiced. My mother, she was very crazy with me because I spent all my days in the school practicing dancing, dancing, dancing. So after I needed to go to the college in other city, and I stopped. I don't know. I believe now I love forró because of this, because it's a moment when I remember this time of my life when I practice it every day. And I think it is that
Amazing.
is
And you, Ricardo?
Uh, I w- I was listening to Camila and remember my daughter is currently participating to a fanfare from school, but she doesn't use balizas. She is playing a instrument. I don't remember the name. Uh, I'm not sure it's surdo or another a kind of uh, trance. I don't know. Regarding the question number
Three.
three, I'm sorry. Uh, if you're telling regarding movies, yeah, since I was born particularly, I keep in touch with movies and the other stuffs. But when I talk regarding piano or keyboard, I remember when I was a teenager, probably, a friend of mine played, and yeah, I'm keep in touch the first time, and yeah, I feel uh, well when I listen, and since this time I love my daughter play keyboard, but essentially guitar and the ukulele too, so and yeah, I love guitar, but it's a different feeling, when I talk regarding piano. I'm I feel myself under pressure. Oh, you have to play this thing. So, but I remember I used to write. I write some. I wrote 3 books, but unfortunately, any person wanted to read, and the but is a for me, write is a writing is a so naturally so naturally movement. In the I just write and don't think much about it. When I remember when I wrote my first book, I I put words in the suddenly I have to take notes regarding the characters, because I'm feel fear that I forgot the name of the character, and they have to, for example, start telling the name of the character and more pages uh, in the future, I have to mention another name. So, and it's suddenly a kind of situation. For example, since I was a child, I never face uh, problems when I have to write the imagination or the things, the words just surge. I don't, I'm not saying that I is a good words, is a good history, but I feel, for example, I just noticed that for another people it's hard to create histories or words thing when the people request help me. For example, my daughter or my wife. And for me, for example, if we stop a minute, I write a minute. If you stop an hour, I write an hour. I don't have problems. uh, but and the yeah, you have to. I have problems certainly. Uh, when talking about the connections from the semi history or grammar. Certainly, there are a lot of mistakes, but I I focus just in the history, not the other things. In this case, I needed to another person to help me, um, because I don't really know the grammar. It's a terrible mistake, because I'm a Brazilian and writing talking Portuguese. But yeah, that's it, guys.
Great. Grammar is always challenging. Guys, for me, the way I discovered that cooking would be amazing was interesting. I was recently married. We got married in March. So in June 12th, we had our first Valentine's Day as a couple. So I decided that I would make a surprise to my wife. I would cook at home, despite of getting her to dinner out in any of our favorite restaurants at that time. And I imagine, okay, cooking is easy. I'm used to cook because when I was single, I was used to cook. But when I was single, so to get some context, I lived with my parents. So cooking at that moment was seasoning my salads and grilling my steak when I come back at home after the college. And I imagine, okay, this is cooking. So cooking is easy. I'm used to. And I decided to prepare stroganoff. That is one of my wife's favorite foods.
Yeah.
And stroganoff is easy. Rice, steak, and some cream. And when I come to home, I realized that I even don't know how to cook rice. I need to call to my mother and ask her some guidance on how to cook the rice. And then I started preparing the stroganoff and I discovered that, oh, I need some guidance to prepare this stroganoff. When my wife come home after her labor day, she found me at kitchen getting crazy. She started helping me, but she never cooked yet. So she started calling her mother to give us some advice. At the end, we got our stroganoff, probably one of the worst in terms of flavors, but we always remember uh, on this day, and that was the beginning of this passion because it was challenging. At that moment, I decided I need to learn how to do this because I will never pass through this situation again. So, and then I discovered that it can be not especially easy, but it can be joyful. I could find some great moments at kitchen cooking, and it started in this way. As I used to say, great discoveries from humanity, from manhood comes from failures, and this passion is one that happened in the same way. I failed the first time, then I learned how to do it better and never failed again. Never is too much. I failed many other times, but not not more in the same way. Sometimes I tried a new recipe, it failed, and okay, then I will give one or two more times to practice this recipe and get to the point. Uh, let's move on. Camila, how do your hobbies reflect your personality?
I believe I have a personality very energetic. I love to be in movements all the time. I love to connect with people, to talk with people, to discover new
Yeah.
things. And I love to challenge myself, to challenge my body. I needed this movement in my body all the time. So I love to wake up very early to practice exercise. And for me, if you give me an exercise very difficult, I will love. What's more difficult, more I love. So I believe in my hobbies there has a match very well with my personality. And I don't like calm things. I always prefer things with movement. So, for example, when I travel for new places, I don't know this kind of I don't know. I'm not this kind of person that okay, I love to go to the beach and to stop it in a bar or take a time in the sun. Yeah, I like to take a time in the sun, but I always prefer let's go to run, let's go to walk, let's go to practice some exercises. So this movement for me is very important.
Great. Angel Ricardo.
Ah, for example, I I like to practice some things, né? But I believe that my hobby have to lead from other persons. Né? For example, cooking. I like cooking, but for example, when I have to prepare my lunch or the lunch for my family, it's a different sensation. Né? For example, at weekends, no pressure. I would like to prepare or make a good or a different meal. And well, for example, sometimes you look on TV, the apartments sound like a studio and where possible to see around and talk with the people around of you. Or, for example, outside, and sometimes there is a house and connect to the kindergarten and the possible to cook on this place and talk with another person. Or for me, that's a wonderful situation. So in this case, I could mention cooking like a hobby, but yeah, I I don't know. Probably sometimes I think that you fall in love with a specific situation, thing, painter or thing. Something like our lives. Suddenly you uh, fall in love immediately, a kind of passion. But I believe that the most part of the time for the most part of the people is a process. You have to keep in touch with this thing, and suddenly one day you notice, oh, I'm really love this thing. Né? So probably one of the reasons that I don't have a specific situation, that specific activity that I consider a hobby, that's it. Né? I have to live with this the same thing a lot of time, and suddenly I know, so I can't. Uh, I so miss this thing because really love this activity. Né? That's it.
Great. Thank you. And you, Yasmin?
Yeah, I think I'm a person that really like to discover new things, always being in movement, like Camila said. And to read for me is Ricardo said something really special, that is when we aren't doing that, we feel this I don't know, this need to reconnect with these activities. So I think um, to read, for example, when I pass, I don't know, 2 days that I can't read, I already miss a lot that. And it's like I need to discover new things, to be in movement, to connect a little to my reality. So, yeah, I really love that. And I think this totally build my personality.
Great. Yes, for me it's almost the same. I was I was also thinking about this when I was listening to Camila because I like I like to be challenged for something else that I don't master, and I like this kind of challenge to make it that makes me to learn new things, learn a new skill, discover some hidden potential. So I like this. So that was what got me with cooking. And once I mastered that, master maybe is too much, but when I feel more comfortable with that, it comes uh, another aspect of my behavior. That is, I like some introspective moments. So I use these hobbies to have this space for me. So as I said, when I go to the gym, I'm alone, me, myself, my music, and my thoughts. That is my moments.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have friends to work out, and I like this too, but I would never uh, choose to have all my workout sessions with friends, with groups, because it, so I would have to find another slot in my day to have that reflexive moment. So the same with cooking. Sometimes my wives come to me, oh, let me help you. I will deal with dishwashing. No, no, leave me. Go find something for yourself. Go have your free to enjoy your free time. Leave me here because that is my reflexive moment. The only way I can the only trade-off I'm enjoying by now is having my daughters to cook with me because it gives me that moment to each. I prefer to be the being repetitive. I get that space to reflect on my thoughts, on my ideas. So that is the way I think my hobbies can reflect my personality.
You are
Guys, I
freezing, my friend.
will skip question number. Sorry, Ricardo.
You are freezing your audio, your video and audio.
My audio is
It's better
freezing.
now. It sounds like it's better.
Okay. Better?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's better.
Let's move on. I will jump question number 5. Yasmin, what do you wish you had
We
more time
we're
for?
starting
Question number
freezing now.
6.
Yeah, freezing
Yeah.
again.
Is the number
I
5?
will. 6.
Okay.
What hobby do you wish you had more time for?
I think one hobby that I wish to have more time to do is play video games. It's something that I really love. Nowadays, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I don't know if you know that game, but yeah. But this, I really like to do everything on the game. So the side quests, not just the principal ones, the mainly ones. So I would like to have more time to play that, I think.
Amazing. And you, Camila?
Uh, I believe I would like to have more time to practice paint. I would like to start paint something in my life, but I don't have time, or I don't want so much. But I would like to try one day.
Great. And you, Ricardo?
Uh, I believe that I have time because normally you do this kind of activity in your free time, but maybe I should have a focus and the try. I believe that essentially that's I that's I told you wanted to uh, feel pleasure, uh, wanted to relax, or and sometimes, for example, you keep just sleeping or watching TV or this kind of situation, and suddenly the weekend finished, it's gone, and you don't didn't do anything. Sometimes when you do activity, sound like the time became a little uh, bigger. Sound like that's a kind of sensation that I enjoy a lot, and the suddenly I became uh, my strong became uh, bigger because I'm feel glad because I'm do a lot of activities and enjoy my weekend, and suddenly the the Monday come again and you have a different sensation. So in this case, I believe that's organize yourself, your life, and the because yeah, job work is really important, money too, but we have to is a kind of obligation, and our body and your soul uh, need so much to this moment. So I believe that essential in our life. Our real life is when you connect to another person and yourself. So in this case, pay attention because it's a wonderful tool for improve your life and became happier. That's it.
Okay. Our colleagues will join us in just 3 seconds. Let me wait then. Hey, welcome back, Chris, Rosalia, and Mateus. How was the conversation in the splitted room?
The conversation was really, really nice. We share about the topics. It's really nice knowing more about the quiz and the Rosalia. Thank you, guys.
Great. Now we are on question number 6. And I would love to hear from you. What hobby do you wish you had more time for before we close this immersion? Go there, Rosalia.
As I said in the main room, in the other room, actually I have no a certain hobby because depend of the time it's changed a lot. Then nowadays I have so many hobbies that I enjoy a lot. Then some ones I really enjoy stay with my husband, only this. But maybe I wish have more time to traveling because I love it. I discovered for a long time I had traveling only with my other friends or my sister and my brother-in-law. Then now you start 3-4 years ago, we start to travel only my husband and I. Then you discover that another way to travel is better. Then I wish have more time to enjoy this time, traveling.
Great. Thank you. And you, Chris?
Consider stay here at our own talk, my hobby. I talk with Matheus and Rosalia about this, but more this, no, I don't have any hobby different.
Great, thank you. And you, Matheus?
Now I think I want a more time to ride a bike, cycle, because this activity usually I do with my father. So it's a time we can share, we can talk, we can spend together. And in the recent months, I andei bem menos, so I spend less time with him in this activity. Now I want more time for this.
Great. Guys, 10 a.m., but just answering, for me, I would love to have a better organization of my time to read more. I enjoy to read, but today I'm lacking a better organization of my daily time to find maybe half an hour or 1 hour more to read a bit more. Guys, thank you so much. I've shared the link survey in the chat, and I would be thankful if you could take some time to give me a feedback. I hope you have enjoyed as much as I have. And I wish an amazing week for all of you. Hope to see you in the next immersions on Wednesday and Thursdays.
Thank you,
Bye.
guys.